Hey guys, welcome back to the trail. It's been a couple of weeks. I have been busy taking friends out on some of their first hikes. Young Katie, my 8-year-old niece, went on the first big hike, the Tolkien Trail. A few friends and my brother have took out on the trail, so I've not been able to do a video. But here we are today. We are back. We are just south of Saddleworth Moor. We've just come out of Mossley and the car is parked at Low Arthur. And what we're doing, we're heading up onto this pike here at Alphin. Then we're going to follow the trail northeast, northish, and we're going to go to the Trinnacle. No, I'm not going to jump across both stones. I have a will to live and I'm just not that dumb. So we're going to take some nice pictures, some nice video. Nice little 12-miler today. We are just on Saddleworth Moor, or just south of the main area where one of my videos of Saddleworth Moor was. Behind the camera there you can see the war memorial that we visited once. But we've just took a really steep climb out of Mossley. It's already warm. It's given scorchy all weather today, as it has for the entire week previous. So I'm in my t-shirt already. So yeah, really buzzing, really excited for this trail. It's going to be a tough one. We've got printed off the elevation. We've got a really steep climb, but we're going to stay up there at least until 9 to 10 mile mark. Once we've done that, we're going to have to be savvy. There's a footpath coming down, but it's a very steep descent. I don't know what to expect there, but we'll find out when we get there, won't we? And a little later on, I do have some bad news. You may have noticed. Grim news today. Anyway, let's carry on up. We've got to get to 469 meters and the sun's already coming out nice and hot, so let's get on it. Certainly the road less travelled. Well, that was fun. Had to get a stick out because that road less travelled threw me a curveball. I went over on my bad ankle, so that's a bit sore now. I've took some painkillers, but it's the stick for now while they kick in. And I was a bit dumb. The gate that they blocked off, which was a public right of way, in my head I kind of thought, well, that's a bit naughty. Climbed the stile to follow it round, showed you the image of the nettles, so nobody uses this path anymore. So I went over on my ankle, but carried on, pushed through all the weeds and whatnot, came out on the main road, well, kind of a track road for the houses, and then there was the road that if I'd have just gone in a straight line from that diversion, I would have just met. So I'm kicking myself. That was a bit negligence. That I should have just read the map to see why it had been diverted. Could have saved myself a sore ankle, but sometimes, quite often, the best way to learn a lesson sometimes is the most painful. So yeah, nothing risky here. It's just sore. It's always been a sore ankle. It's the one that I sprained coming down Snowdon many moons ago, when I tried to jump a brook and I went right over. But on both occasions today and that one, ankle support in the boots did its job and saved me from a potential broken ankle. So chances are I've just given it a bit of a sprain and it'll try and swell up a bit. But I've took some ibuprofen, some paracetamol. I do feel fine to carry on. If at any point it gets worse, it's a good route. We can just break off trail, get straight back down to the city, town should I say, and back to the car. So yeah, we're safe to go on, but I just thought I'd let you know. Some lessons are hard to learn, I'm going to admit that. So we're now carrying up to Alphin Pike on the side of the hill, and we've got these beautiful views that I just showed you of Mossley and Low Arthur. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's carry on, not to be deterred. I'm not going to lie, this is proving quite difficult. Oh, ankle, it's quite tender. I'm alright so far. Pain's at about 4. It's an old injury, very irritating, but not going to be dissuaded from these views. Bit windy. It said Scorchio, but I'm not feeling Scorchio just yet. Dovestone Reservoir down there. But you can see we're heading up. Once we're on Alphin Pike, we've got some flat level, like I said. Hopefully ease off a bit. Met another hiker coming the other way. First person of today. Boosh. So Alphin Pike is at 469 metres, and I can tell you because of the iPhone today, and it's actually 1,300, you can't see that, 1,358 feet-ish. We've done 3.5 miles in 2 hours. That's about right because of elevation and a really slow climb up because of this ankle. Nice views. I like the cityscape. Heading west. Right, so we're going to go east and we're going to go down to Trig Reservoir. And as I said, we should maintain most of the elevation. And then we'll cross north towards the Trinnacle. And we're just going to really take our time and give this ankle as much rest as I can. Painkillers are working. And we're still at 4, nothing worse than that. So yeah, pressing on. I think I should just take the time now. I used him yesterday to do Dalton Crag with a friend, old Gary, and at the end he worked fine for most of the day. And then when I got home to load up the map for the Trinnacle, it kept crashing. So I kept trying, thought maybe delete the file and reload it. So when I turned it off, never turned on again. Gotta be strong. So it's within its 2 years warranty. I'm going to box it up. Amazon do a easy delivery system to send it for repair. Off he goes. I'm hoping to just take out his heart, give him a new heart. Probably better to get a new one because I've had so many problems with it, glitching. And now he's finally given up the ghost. I tried everything, tried hard resets and all that, nothing worked. Just can't get him to load up now. So we'll send that off to repair. Definitely missing him because even though this iPhone, I'm using the OS Maps app with the activity tracker option, and it's not the same. I haven't got access to the stats, and it's quite hard to check the route and things like that. So yeah, I definitely need him back, but I want him in full working order. I want it to perform better than it has done, and I'm hoping that maybe this was all part of this main problem, and that by getting a new one or a repaired one, I might be back on track. So there you go. He won't be on the next few trails. We're just going to have to manage with the phone and the app, the map, phone app and map for the foreseeable. So right, anyway, enough of that. We will miss him. I hope, like me, you will be wishing him well, putting him in your thoughts and prayers that he will recover and be back soon. So right, Trig Reservoir. Let's get on it. That's an interesting style. It's got style. So down there is Chew Brook, and as you can tell, we got quite a breeze on at the minute. Plenty of fell runners up here. We're following the path around the bowl of the valley. I'll just step off for a minute. So that Scorchio has just not appeared. Well, that did kind of feel like a death march. Usually happens when you're busy and you don't want to stop. You can't really film. People are behind, people in front. And what I thought was an ice cream truck turned out to be the mountain rescue van. What a shame. They must be doing exercises or something. There's quite a lot of them out setting things up, flags and stuff over there. No idea what. Practicing. Good for them. Oh yeah, ankle's awake, but we can carry on. Not a problem. What are we on? I miss Gary. We're just on our way to Dovestone Moss. 6.8 miles left. We've done 7, so we're over the halfway mark. Now we're heading north towards the Trinnacle. So we're going to have a bit of a break, a bit of a relax. Take the weight off the ankle. Yeah, we're off the beaten track now. Seems to have left people behind. Most people seem to pick up the road at Chew, follow it back towards the village. Yeah, I'm kind of missing having someone to talk to. I need to spend less time with people. Get out of that habit. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like both types of walking. Sometimes you just need to clear your head. Other times you need to help somebody clear theirs. Behind me here is a blue tent, bright blue. You can see it from miles away. Not exactly stealth. Whatever, wild camping. Yeah, enjoying it so far, but a bit of a shame about the weather. Really did give bright sunshine. Now, I don't know. Maybe I misread the weather report. But here we are. We're out. We're on the trail. Who cares? Little nugget pieces today. So it's a bank holiday weekend. It's the end of May, and I'm looking forward to be able to just chill out the rest of this day and into tomorrow. I'm going to do a bit of reading. I'm currently really enjoying A.W. Tozer, Christian writer, and also Max Hastings, Abyss, about the Cuban Missile Crisis, which is quite scary. I realise how close we came to total nuclear annihilation. The sun's come out. Yeah, and I'm playing this at the minute on the PlayStation. Quite enjoy that. A bit like Death Stranding. Exploration, free open world kind of thing. That's where we're at. You're up to date. I'll have a minute more, bit of water, and on we go. But this path here, you can just see some shapes moving up and down it. That's our descent later. That's good to see. There's people up there, and they're coming down. There's 3 paths there I can see. That's perfect. That gives me a bit of confidence. We've definitely got a way out. I'm going to go down there and cross the reservoir and head back down the footpath, which looks nice and paved. Nice. But for now, we're going that way, probably where those white shirts are there, to the Trinnacle. So strange. I was following 2 groups of people and they vanished. No idea where they've gone. There were multiple paths. There's only really one that I know of going to the Trinnacle. Oh, down there. Oh, they've took the lower path. That's why. When you go down, you're going to come back up again. Silly billies. Oh well. Absolutely beautiful Celtic cross, and that view it's overlooking behind me. Wow, wonderful views on this trail. I know a few people who would really buzz off this. Oh, that's a rare bonus. That the people who went the lower path have just missed this. Fantastic. Was definitely a hairy walk from the top. I'll put it on the map here. From this curve, as you curve round to head east to the Trinnacle, that is hairy walking. You're right on the cliff edge. That can go away. You're right on the cliff edge, and you really do have to have your wits about you, especially if it's busy. And as you saw that when I got there, it was busy with someone who was clearly pushing his brand. Felt like getting my cards out. No power to him. Recruiting for his business. But standing on the Trinnacle, jumping across. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there's something behind me. It was a pine tree. Not for the Pilgrim hiker. Took some pictures. They're on my Facebook. If you're not following me on Facebook, that's where all my pictures are dumped of each trail. And yeah, a bit of video. And then we scooted, skedaddled back the way we came. So now we're going to find our point down the hill where I saw those people coming up. Now get on the flat, back to the car. Woo. Legs at 2 to 3 now. Took some more painkillers. Berry. road at last. Murderous descent. And looks like a detour. Yeah, absolutely massive detour because we couldn't cross the what do you call it, dam. I know the wind's blowing, I'm having microphone problems, we've had Gary problems. It's just one of them days today. I'll do the best to hear me. First chance we get, we're crossing over to the other side. Oh my word, what a detour. Well, it wasn't Scorchio before, but it's Scorchio now. Sun's behind the cloud, but it's warm. Whew. Hence why I'm back in the hat and the t-shirt. My life, I know I'll debrief when we get to the car, but it's been a grueler today. Still a good trail, but now we're really busy. A lot of people out on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm just keen to get back to the car, rest this foot, which has done sterling work today, but is now starting to creep back up to number 4 on the pain scale. Pain! Oh yeah, so we're just going to plod these miles out and get back to the car. So we leave the crowds behind. Go over this gate. Without ripping my pants. Carefully does it. Down to the main road. I'm going to walk the road back into town, back to the car. The views now are beautiful. I mean, they were before. The sun's out, the sky's clearing. It's nice. Scorchio came eventually, just at the right time, I guess. Oh yeah, oh, ready for that car. About 1.5 miles according to the iPhone. I miss Gary. A couple of times I've been going like that.
Gary. Sit more in the car.
Oh, there we go, guys, back at the car. absolutely exhausted. Get the map out. And sadly, if I go like this, yes, we can do it. Sorry guys, I can't even do it with any gusto. Here's the stats. It's not Gary. It's not Gary. So there you go. 15.6. It was meant to be a 12 miler, and we've added all that extra mileage on. Can't even tell me my average moving speed. Go away. Go away. Without Gary, we don't care. Oh. So, off from Mossley, we went up to Alphin Pike. We went east there to Trinnacle Reservoir, north to the Trinnacle, and then literally we were going to cross Dovestone Reservoir. They blocked it for works, which means we had to go all the way to the bottom of Greenfield Reservoir to come all the way back down. So it's added so much extra mileage on. And we didn't get the weather early on, but now it's absolutely scorchio. I'm sweating, and at least we got a can of Monster at the end. So yeah, these trails, I've had a good run of being disaster free, but this time no, we got our butts kicked. So that initial footpath right early on where the farmer had blocked it off, I made a total boo-boo. I didn't look at the map, didn't look to see if there was a reason why this had happened and if there was an easier way. So I muscled my way through, and then I was stood on a higher bit, and without realising I put my foot down into midair and boosh, there goes the ankle, all my weight onto it. It was very painful, and it has been for most of the trail. And then when we were on the top of the stones, I took my hat off because the wind was blowing, and I dropped my sunglasses into a crack in the rocks, and they were out of reach. They were only $1.99 from Home Bargains, but they meant a lot to me. They really did. And emotionally, on top of the loss of Gary, it was a heavy blow.
Gary!
Oh yeah, let's hope we can get back to using Gary soon, once I've sent him off for repair. And that's all I've got to say at the moment. That last bit was it was a lot easier, but let's be positive. That's the most important thing. The trip wasn't a write-off. Going from Alphin Pike across all the way north to Trinnacle was such a good route, such a vast overview of the Chew Valley, looking down and walking all the way around. It was a bit hairy at times. I wouldn't recommend it for little children, but for adults it was a really good trail, really sort of diverse in the scenery, a lot of photos taken. Obviously you've got to expect this to be busy. This is one of the busiest areas, Saddleworth Moor, for this part of the country, so to speak, and it showed by the demographic. But it's Sunday afternoon, the sun was shining eventually, so people were out in force. Mountain Rescue were out doing exercises, I think. I didn't think there was anything serious going on. I think they were just training. So expect people, expect busyness. At times we had to stop to let people, get down or up a particularly precarious part of the path. And then walking around to the Trinnacle. If you know anything about the Trinnacle, obviously you do now, but if you knew anything beforehand, well, that might be the reason why you're watching this video. It's two rock pillars, as you saw, and people tend to climb up onto it and then jump across the other one, like those two were doing, which was probably ranks high on the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. But yeah, so that's why it's such a sight. And the other thing I slipped up on was that whilst I'm distracted because two people are here picking dog poo up. So whilst I was stood there, I heard the guy who was pushing his own brand. He said, the woman said to him, can you get down from here? And he said, yeah, you can just go back down that way. Which in hindsight being 2020, still being distracted. How long does it take? Thank you. Moving along. It was a big dog, to be fair. Which in hindsight, if I'd have known about the reservoir being closed, the bridge across, the dam, would have been absolutely perfect. So if I was to come back again, as you pass the Trinnacle, carry on and come down the other side. So when I was down at Greenfield Reservoir, I could see the path, which rather than go back and go down that steep, really busy bit, I could have just come down there and carried on, picked up the trail. But that's only because I didn't know about the reservoir. With the reservoir being open, it still would have been shorter the way I took. So if I ever take anybody else, I do know somebody who particularly like this trail. That's what I'll do. We'll come down on the eastern side of the Trinnacle, or the northern side. Rambling. So overall, it was a thoroughly good trail. It was only me that let it down with the ankle. I think I would have really thoroughly buzzed off it had the weather been right early on, and I hadn't been limping and concentrating. Pain tends to distract you. So yeah, I will be coming back again. It was 50 minutes from where I live, so not a big deal. Very easy to get to, and here I've got, easy access parking. There's a Tesco's around the corner. More can you ask for? So yeah, I know I'm saying it a lot. So. Needle pulling thread. I'm going to head off home. Bank holiday weekend. Get tomorrow off to recover. See how bad my ankle is. I'm going to have a shower because I'm all sweaty. And yeah, overall, top day, top trail. We will be coming back. So, I've no doubt. I will see you guys next time back on the trail.